Wishing you health and wealth. Welcome to another impromptu, spontaneous, and completely random No Snero Live. I'm here with no agenda other than just showing up because I say that I'm going to do these every couple of days, and today is a second day, an even day, if you will. So I'm here today to speak probably to the void because as of right now, 40 seconds, ain't nobody in here. But I always appreciate people who come through and just hang out, have the conversations. Miss Rodriguez, Robbie, what up? Two of my favorite people. Appreciate y'all for coming through today. I almost didn't show up today, even though I said I was going. Even though I said I was going to. I just got a lot going right now. I just came from like a job interview, and it went really good. So for that, for the accumulation of finances, stepping into the abundance, and it doesn't pay terribly. It's not 30 an hour, but it's alright. And at this point, man, it's just like, yo, something, anything. I know there is no job out there that's gonna make me a millionaire. But something is better than nothing. Anything is better than a donut, as my dad says. But yeah, I've been researching a lot about trading. Like some people call it day trading or swing trading. I've been trading stocks and crypto for almost 10 years now. So for me, gaining employment is like just some capital to throw at the market, and the market will make me a bunch of bread. I'm sure of it because I don't lose money in the market. Even in 2020 when shit took a dive, I didn't lose money that year. I picked some I what's it called, leverage gold. I started buying up mad gold stocks, and I get a little bit of dividends, and so I'm excited for that. Yep. Nevia, what up? Yeah, I hope I get it too. What kind of a job, Tiffany asked? It's no, I don't have a problem with sharing. You know I'm an open book, yo. Y'all can always ask me pretty much anything. There's not a lot that I'm not going to speak on. Um, but yeah, it's a manager position at Little Caesars. I was over there the other day, um, last Tuesday for T-Mobile Tuesdays. They were giving out free. It was like breadsticks for $1.99, and they had a big sign on the window like they needed help. So I scanned a little QR code, and I saw that they was hiring for everything. They was hiring for like the pizza people, they was hiring for a cashier, and they were hiring for a manager. So I'm like, let me go ahead and see what's up with this manager joint. And it kind of makes sense. I worked at an authentic Italian restaurant in Yonkers for like 15 years. So I knew when I go in there, they gonna be like, oh yeah, this guy knows what he's doing. But it's Little Caesars. It's not authentic Italian food. So it is what it is. I know how to rally the troops. I know how to do payroll. I know how to do inventory. I know how to deal with like brick and mortar stuff. So it's gonna be dope. The interview was like 5 minutes long. It was a dude. He must have been like no more than 25. And so it was just interesting. He said he was the assistant manager. I was like, yeah, this is interesting. I'm almost 40. But yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, actually, I do like Little Caesars. It's not terrible. Like it's not the best ingredients. It's not organic cheese and all of that. For that, you got to make pizza at home anyway. But I'm not there to eat either. I'm there to work. Get that direct deposit and keep it pushing. Thank you, Tiff. Appreciate that. What up, Ashley, Jallo, Miss Lori Jackson? No, not well. It's Miss Jackson. I'm not hired yet. I just went for the interview, so that's literally where I just came from. I got about 45 minutes for my pops to come drive me up to the car rental place, so I could go pick up the rental, so I can go see my girl tomorrow for her first day of kindergarten. She doesn't know that I'm coming yet, so that's gonna be dope. We do what we have to do what we want to do. Facts. We really do though. And I'm super humble. Like I'm not a person with so much pride that like I can't go get something real quick. Despite what stories you might hear on the internet. RS said Little Caesars got some fire cheeseburger. They do. And I didn't even know, like, you could go get it fully customized. Like, they got butter and Parmesan, like, cheese seasoning, but it's, like, mixed with a bunch of stuff. The lady who was ordering while I was sitting there waiting to go get the interview, she was like, yo, I saw you put that in a box and close it. I need you to open the box up. I need you to put mad butter. Well, she didn't say mad butter. That's me paraphrasing. But she said, I need you to put more butter, like heavy on the butter and heavy with whatever seasoning, the Parmesan cheese seasoning that you got right there. And homie just like poured it all on. I was like, wow, lady, that's how you eating? But who am I to judge? And if I'm in that position as a manager, I gotta be enthusiastic about it. Like, you want more? Sure. So, yeah, I'm fully prepared for that, and I'm feeling good, yo. I had a good workout this morning. I went to go help my aunt move some more stuff because, like I said, I don't know if a lot of y'all might not be checking in every live, but the last live I was explaining how my aunt is going to sell her house, so she's moving all this stuff. She admitted to me today that she was like, yo, I might be a hoarder. I was like, baby, you got bad stuff that she don't really like. You know what I mean? I feel like if you have things in your house that are just sitting there, besides like records and like photos and stuff like that, but just like items that you haven't checked for in a year, and they just been in your like closet or pantry or whatever. Maybe not the pantry, but definitely the closet, cabinets, sheds. If you haven't checked on that stuff in a year, and you don't need that stuff. So I was happy to go help her out. It always makes me feel good to spend time with fam. And yeah, auntie's a real one. And I got to see my cousins. My little, well, they were sleeping, but I gotta say, what's up real quick. What up, Celeste Codes? Yeah, Tiffany, yeah, I know she's gonna be happy. I just hope that it's not too much of a distraction because she hasn't seen me in like what, 2.5 weeks. So me to pop up, I just I just hope it's not a too much of a distraction where she can't like say bye and go have a good day at school. But it's gonna be alright. Yeah, thank you, Nevia, Navaya. RSA, you could be out there robbing people, but work is work. You love the red? Okay. Um, yeah, restaurant industry is definitely fun. Oh, I can't. That's what you probably meant. But yeah, restaurant. I've always had a ball working at restaurants. Um, it's always good times to feed people in your community. Facts. What up, Sydney? We just kicking it. I was telling people about this job interview I just came from. And yeah, about my day. So after I helped out my aunt, she brought me back to the crib. It's super hot today in Jacksonville. Super, super hot. I took a shower, shaved, did some mirror work, some mirror meditation work. Got dressed, went to the interview. I thought the interview was gonna be like a half hour long. It took like 6 minutes. So it was dope. And he was like, yeah, he was the assistant manager. And then right in front of me, he texted the real manager and was like, yeah, they're going to call you on Thursday. So it sounded positive. Yeah. Yeah, Tiffany. I'm going to be there when she gets out. So the plan is to walk her to her class. And when she gets out, I'll hop in the car too, like to hear about her first day. And we'll take it from there. Thank you, Ashley. Appreciate that. What up, Faith? Thank you, thank you. Thank you for all your well wishes, everybody. Really appreciate that. Shout out to all 21 people in here right now. It'll be a huge boost for me in the channel if you go ahead and hit that thumbs up. It's kind of weird that there's 23 people here and just 5 thumbs up, but it is what it is. I think people got upset with me the last live that I did because I pointed that out like 4 or 5 times. I was like, yo, why are there so many people here and nobody's really hitting a thumbs up? Like, what are y'all doing? And then after that, I lost like 30, 35 subscribers, which is cool. You know, I'm not letting the numbers hold me like that. But I just thought it was interesting. I'll say it again, like everybody who's in your circle ain't necessarily your friend. Some people just be watching. I wrote a whole like journal entry in my journal yesterday, like dissecting what happens within my body, like when I lose a gang of subscribers at one single time. I like went all the way back to like my childhood. Like, maybe do I have like abandonment issues that this shit really moves me, you know, in a way? But that's why journaling is so important because it really helps you move through like low emotions or any type of emotion, even high emotions. It's good to document what made you really happy sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, that's also what I was telling myself, Robbie, is like, yo, the people who bounce probably bounce because I was calling them out. Like I was like, yo, if you really here just to watch, like what are you waiting for? I feel like people are waiting for me to get like emotional and say some really emotional shit or like announce that I'm quitting YouTube. Like that's ever gonna happen because I'm not. Maybe some people are waiting for me to crash out because, you know, life be lifing, but I don't. Very balanced and I stay level on the level, whatever. And then also, not for nothing, I feel like there was an event that happened on Instagram a couple of days that I wouldn't even have been privy to if it wasn't for um, somebody who follows me here, who subscribes to me here, and she was looking out for me and she told me about it. Took some screenshots, and I was like, "This is this is pretty wild stuff." And because of that event, maybe people got in their feelings or took sides or. But anyway, it's all I say. All that to say, the people who stay are the real ones. The people who leave, they might not have been here for the best reasons. So, c'est la vie. I wish everybody the best. For real, Robbie, I be saying that like it's whenever I go look at my last videos, I'm like, all right, which ones did the best so I can see what to do again. Cause that's what all the YouTube social media people say is like when you find something that works, you make it a bucket and you do it over and over again, just like, you know, changing it up just a little bit. And like the last vlog that I had that went over 10,000 views was when I was leaving the crib. So that's not about to happen all the time. I'm not recreating that all the time. But it's sad. It's kind of sad to say that people really just be here for the drama, the conflict and the controversy. Not all the uplifting shit that I be talking about, you know? Not for me coming here and being authentic, not for me being consistent, not for me putting a microscope on my life, trying to drop gems or whatever. People ain't here for that. They just want to see me crash out. And that ain't happening. So I think when people started to realize that, and especially after I called them out, they were like, "Oh, okay, so I'm gonna just hit the subscribe because this guy is fine," and I am. What up, Palace? Good looking for coming through. Appreciate you, Mrs. Ramos. What up? What up? Always good to see you. Thank you again for that gift last time. For real, like can't say how much I appreciate people. Like you don't have to do that. You know what I mean? But you did. So from my heart to yours, I sincerely, genuinely thank you. Thank you, Palace, for hitting that like when you came in. You a real one. We already know. Mercury's in retrograde, Palace says, and it's been bothering me. I feel like it's got to be something astrological too. Like even when you look at stocks, for instance, stocks be going up because the whole purpose of business is to turn over a profit every year. But then they consolidate over a time. So it makes sense that everything is like that. Like I actually am in that journal entry I was just talking about that I was writing yesterday. I started talking about something called a false summit, and I had this idea to make it a whole like Instagram post. But if you don't know what a false summit is, it's like when you're a hiker and you're hiking up a mountain and you tired and you ready just to get to the peak of the mountain, and you look up and you're like, oh, there it is. And as soon as you get closer, you realize that that peak was blocking the actual peak. And they call that a false summit, and it drives people crazy. But it's also a great metaphor for life in general too. Like we get to a really high place in life and we think, yo, this is it. I've done it. I'm successful. And then you look over to the side and they go to real peak right there. So you got a lot more hiking to do. So I say all that to say, man, is life is full of false summits. Thank you, Faith, for being a real one. Mrs. Colger, what up? Kev on Stage made a video on this and he said, don't think about what people think. Post your content. For real. For real. Like nothing realer has been said. We waste so much time worrying about what people think of us. But the objective reality is you'll never know what people think. You're just making a story and you're thinking up a story in your own mind about what they're thinking based off of a circumstance that you don't have no control over. So that's another big part of it too, is realizing what you have control over and what you don't have control over. And people bouncing, I don't have no control over that. I can sit here and ruminate on like, whoa, was it something I said that like I say something offensive without really knowing that it was offensive? At the end of the day, I'll never know. Like I can't find those people who unsubscribed and DM them like, yo, why you left? Yeah, for real, Tiffany. Like, I saw this reel on TikTok and it was exactly that. The dude was talking about how somebody came up to him in real life and was like, yo, I be watching your stuff on TikTok, yo, and it's really funny. Like, I really be laughing. And he was like, oh, that's what's up. Thank you for telling me. Did you hit the like? He was like, no. He was like, did you comment? He was like, no. He was like, did you share or anything? He was like, no. He was like, to be honest, man, I don't want you to succeed. You know what I'm saying? I gotta bleed to put gas in my truck. And you over here trying to get a bag for just being you? Fuck that. Fuck you. He was like, oh, okay. So people really be out here on that type of time is what I'm trying to say. Like people really just want to see you do bad. And it's so fucking weird. it might be like a mental disease. It might be like some type of neuroses that, you know. Negative. Samantha, what up? Always appreciate you coming through. Opal Firefly, what up, what up? You caught the live. A lot of people, a lot of my day ones is in here. A lot of my code Ds, I'm gonna call y'all my code Ds, my co-defendants. I appreciate it. Serena, what's up? Yeah, I'm not. They get me like it's easy to say, yo, I'm not letting them get me down. But for a little second, 5 to 10 minutes, maybe an hour or two, I get down. But I got some perfect push-ups over there. I hit them joints. Me, whenever I feel down, I exercise. Because there's nothing that feels worse than not being able to continue a workout. Like, you know, when you exercising and you trying to push your personal best or whatever, I forget what they call it, a PR, something like that. But you get there and you can't get to your personal best. That's the shit that I'm like, that is legitimately what should make me feel bad. It's like I can't be better than I used to be. What people feel and what other people do, I have no control over. So why even waste time? You know, it's alchemy. It's basic alchemy. Exactly. Navaya, you said it. You said it. Like, drama ain't sustainable because it's not always around. But unless you want it to be, there's people out here who definitely like, yo, things are going too well for me. I need to go sabotage some shit. Definitely people out there like that. Shy, what up? And if I... oh, no, it's Shay. My fault. I forgot. You corrected me on that last time. Liz, what up? Palace said, also, people don't value real relationships anymore. Why is that? Can we talk about that? What's up with the devaluing of a real relationship and the seeking out of some fugazi facade of a relationship? I don't know. I blame social media, man, because social media, it's this new shit. It's a new thing for our race of humans. Like, we all really just in these rectangles comparing our lives to what people post, and people only posting what, like, you know, they think they want to project the best version of themselves. And I think it's like hypnotizing the masses into like living of a facade and forgetting that, yo, shit really be real out here. Like this. Matter of fact, if you look at any statistic for the past, I'm talking like economy shit, people have been doing bad for a long time. Like the wealth disparity between the rich and the poor has only grown. But yet when you log into social media, what goes viral is the people who are doing good. Like they got something to show. It looks good. And you start to see it over and over and over again compared to like 5 or 10 years ago when you wouldn't have been privy to these people. But you see it over and over again just with doing this with your thumb. So that trains your brain to think, yo, everybody's doing good. What the fuck is wrong with my life type shit? I don't know. It is what it is. But that's what I think is the cause of people not valuing real relationships anymore. Because we don't see real anymore. But when you come here to my channel, that's all I got for you. I literally don't have a fake bone in my body. I don't deal with the lies. I don't deal with the performing. I don't deal with none of that shit. So, and like I said from the beginning of the live, I'm an open book. If anybody want to ask me anything, almost like 99.9% of things you can ask me and I'll have an answer for you. There's only one subject that I don't touch just because we still in the midst of it. You know what I mean? But a year and a half, 2 years go by from now, once I'm doing good, you know, and everybody's like, calm down. Then we could talk. We can open that. We can open that book because it's definitely a book to talk about. There's so much valuable information, valuable takeaways from that 0.1% of things, that 1/10 of my life that I won't talk about. All right, so I ain't gonna hold you. I want your channel to be more focused on metaphysical or information that you've read, like giving us small doses of information. I think that would be dope. Thank you for that, RS. I wanna believe in that too, because a lot a lot of what I deal with is on a metaphysical level. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let y'all know. There's a homie on here on YouTube called uh, Ra Black Storm, R.A. Black Storm. If you search his channel on YouTube, we did like one of the dopest interviews I've ever personally done on his channel. Um, I haven't shared it on my channel because I gotta make a thumbnail for it. The thumbnail he made was kind of crazy. I was like, I even told him like, bro, you know you don't gotta do me with the AI shit. Like he did me with the AI shit, and I was looking like Two-Face, like melted and shit. But I say all I have to say, look out for that. I'm going to promote it on my channel. If you want to write it down right now, his channel is Ra Black Storm. Dope individual, is a homie I met years and years and years ago, and we always, yeah. Oh, Rob Black Storm sent you. Yeah, okay, Ultra Instinct, you in here. So yeah, me and him always click, and he's been doing his thizzle on the YouTube. So when he reached out and he was like, yo, you want to do an interview? I was like, hell yeah, no brainer. And we had one of the illest conversations I've had in a long time. And I say all that to say, I need more of that because he's very much on the esoteric, metaphysical side of things. And I want to bring more of that audience into this channel. And also to help me get off of like my personal shit. Like we could just talk about the objective or what my perspective is on metaphysics. Because I deal a lot with archetypes. I want to get more into astrology. But yeah, coming from the schools of thought that I've traveled in and journeyed through, I feel like I have a vast wealth of knowledge that I can offer the YouTube space. Thank you for that, Mrs. Colger. I mean, I try my best to keep it positive, but just to keep it on the eye and keep things balanced, I like to fold it, like keep it full disclosure is what I'll say. Like talking about negative stuff, sometimes it helps you process. It helps you see both sides. Waterloo says, sup, boss? I've been feeling every time I get that one step up, somehow the programmers in this world kick me back, but I still fight going up that hill. And that right there, Waterloo, is what this journey is all about. Some people can't deal with that, so they don't get anywhere in life. But the people who know what it feels like to take those steps forward, to have to take steps back because of circumstance or whatever the case may be, that makes you mentally resilient and turns your body into the body of a warrior, the mind of a warrior, the spirit of a warrior. And if it's anything this world needs more of right now, it's motherfucking warriors. Shout out to everybody in here right now. Please hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely hit that bell so you don't miss any of these. Faith says, I have never noticed anything online about you other than your channel. That's what's up, because that's all that really matters. Like, there's a lot of people who are here because they know of my journey from other walks of life. So they have a different lens than you may have, or a different intention, I should say. Give Live Love says, I work out every morning and evening when I'm feeling down or in my head about something. That's the medicine. The medicine is free. My pops is calling me. That means he probably close. So that means we're gonna end this at some point in the next few minutes. Cause like I said, I gotta go get this rental car. So I could drive up tonight. I gotta leave at like 2 in the morning so I can be in Columbus by 7. So I might film some of it to throw in the next vlog. Look out for that. Ms. Ramos, you hit it on the head. You said definitely blame social media and the desperation of validation from strangers. Yes. The desperation of validation from strangers is a bar. Liz, you heard it. You said, Brianna, well said. I appreciate that, Mrs. Koger, the Quentin Tarantino. That's one of my favorite directors, writers of all time. I haven't really seen a film of his that I didn't like. That last one that he did with Brad Pitt and who else was it? I can't think of homie's name right now, but the dude who never get the Oscars, who always he should have been got an Oscar. That film, I didn't like it the first time I saw it, and it was mainly because I was in my feelings about how they portrayed Bruce Lee. But when I put that to the side, it really was a good film. And it was so slow, like there was no action until the very end. I forget what the title of the movie was. But yeah, I haven't seen a Tarantino film that I ain't like. And maybe that's why his work kind of influences mine. One of my favorite films ever. If you've never seen this movie, Natural Born Killers, oh my god, that's probably like my favorite movie of all time. Not even gonna hold you. It was so deep, so deep. Navaya says there's a good documentary about this called Fake Famous. Mostly influencers aren't doing as well as they project, but wealth is what sells people because people like to live their lives through others. Facts. It's also this phenomenon that I see a lot where like people sell courses and classes and they tell you, yo, I did this amazing, great thing and I'm making so much money off of it now. Don't you want to make so much money? Buy this course. And the course be like it'd be a high ticket item. And my thing is like, yo, you started this story off saying you were doing bad. Why, if people have this high ticket money on hand to give you right now, why would they be doing bad? But I think those people are taking advantage of other people's desperation. And like they'll spend their last. They'll spend everything they have because the selling factor was so good that they I'm just getting sidetracked because I'm like wondering when my dad is gonna come through the door. But yeah, the selling points are so good and people get sidetracked. They're like, yo, I really want to live that life. And if I just buy this thing this one time, I'm gonna get that. So yeah. The world, especially the internet world, children of the internet is what we are. Shout out to all 40 people in here right now. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here. Please hit the like, subscribe, all that good stuff you already know. If you so choose. No coercion whatsoever. Serena, what's up? Would definitely love to hear the lessons you've learned from all this at some point in the future when you feel comfortable sharing. For real, it's coming. It's coming. Thank you for checking my man Rob Black Storm Palace. Rob Black Storm. Very good dude. And if you into like the esoteric, if you into the metaphysical, if he I haven't really watched all of his material. I need to watch more of his material, but the one thing that I did watch all the way through was so dope. He was just walking up 125. My dad calling me again. If I pick up the phone, the live is gonna end. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just end this live in like a minute and a half so I can call my dad back. I don't know why he keep calling me over and over again. Like, just pull up. Just pull up and I'll come outside. Anyway, but like I was saying, he was walking up 125, and I think on 7th Avenue, there's the 5%er school, and he was talking about the 5%er school, and there was a dude standing behind him like this with his arms crossed, and he asked him a question, and at first like there was like some tension there. But then Rob, being the dude that he is, he was like, nah, I got a YouTube channel. Like, I'm just building with people about this. And he ended up having one of the illest conversations. It's like a 2-hour conversation. So I say all I have to say, a lot of gems you'll get from his channel. If you haven't hit the like button yet, don't forget to support your bro. Thank you, Miss Rodriguez. Opal says, Metaphysics is my jam. Got to spiral up the cycles. Celeste Codes. Me too, Matt. I love Black Magic. 363. Red and Blue Pill. I know who Red and Blue Pill are. I gotta search the other stuff you're talking about. Oh, peace, Celestial. What up, cuzzo? Thank you for coming through. Yo, I wish I could give you a hug, man. I love you, cuz. You already know. Velvet Stardust, you made it. RS said Natural Born Killer is the best movie ever. You already know. When she got bit by the snake. Yo, and when I was telling y'all how crazy that movie Natural Born Killers is, it was that exact scene that one of the exact scenes when they in that sweat lodge, and she was tripping because she got bit by a snake. Yo, that dude Tarantino is talented. The New Age Miss Cleo, funny. Yeah, my cousin calls me Mathematics, man. Told your dad to just come. Oh, thank you for that, cuz. Appreciate that. But I'm about to get off here, man. I gotta go handle this business. I don't even know what time it is. I really don't know why he would call, but my dad is my dad. Gotta love him. You gotta love your parents. If that's the last message, the last thing I'll tell y'all for the day is call your parents if they still here. If you don't got parents to call a cousin, call an aunt. Reach out to your family. Keep those connections, those genetic connections alive and well. And with that, I digress. I love you all. Much peace, prosperity, and progress. Much health, much wealth to you. Nothing but positivity and love. You already know. It's your boy NOS. I try to say your man NOS and not your boy. Because I am very much a man now at almost 40. And yeah, I'll see y'all, I want to say in a couple of days, but yeah, it'll be a couple of days. Yeah, I'll see y'all on Friday. Around this time, like middle of the day, Eastern Standard Time, anywhere from 12 to 3. All right? 1.